how you're doing. This your girl Tippy Tall Girl, and this is another episode, actually episode 3 of Just Put the Tip in podcast. Hey, so today, oh my goodness, we have a superstar in the house.
Um,
I gotta give my extra, announcements in reference to my guests that are here. So this guy, let me tell you something. He is an online personality. Also, he is a stand-up comedian. That's where we met. Also, at that, I like to call him a playboy, Mr.
uh,
Pop the Balloon Challenge.
yeah.
Also a street model. He may not know, but he's always gonna give you a nice little look. And also, he is my friend. This is comedian TJ So Silly.
Hey, that's what's up. I like that.
Yes. Oh my God. I appreciate you being
No,
here.
I appreciate you. And like
Oh,
I said, I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing. Like, I'm the third
yes, you are,
guest.
but you should have been the first because when I tell
Mm-mm.
you, you
No,
are not the
no,
last. You were always the first, the
no.
alpha.
But I love
Well,
three. Three is like one of my favorite numbers,
it's
so it's good.
it's one of my favorite numbers
The
too.
universe. See how the universe works?
Twin. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say
Where have you
that
been?
part. You know what I mean? Yes. Well, look, we're gonna start off with a clip from Mr. TJ So Silly.
Oh
Let's
shit.
play the clip.
He
Okay.
looked like a turkey on steroids. It's giving Michelangelo sculpture. How do you have biceps and triceps with no hands? Strong ass nubs. Where's your prosthetic hands
All
in the
right.
sauna?
And that was the clip again of my friend TJ So Silly.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to start this one off a little different. I wanted to
Mhm.
talk about how me and TJ met.
Yes.
So I
Let's
was
go.
on another podcast. Shout out to my sister friends, Ayo podcast. If y'all want to go
Mhm.
back and see all the
Oh
little
yeah.
dirty stuff we used to talk
Yeah.
about, it was
Mhm.
me and 5 of my friends, being in Baltimore, saying all the twos and the do's and the U's, and yeah, like he was someone who was an avid like follower,
Yeah.
and I, announced that I wanted to do comedy, and he was
Mhm.
there for me. Might have been the first time I got on stage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I could not
Mhm.
believe it. And it was just like we both were nervous,
Yeah. For
but
real.
we were like, F it. We out there.
And
So
cheering each other on too, though.
oh my
For
gosh.
real.
So like it's real friends here.
Yeah.
And just to kind of again give you the premise of my show, I wanna bring love back to Baltimore. So my thing is real connections with real people. Like people see comedians, online personalities, and a lot of times they feel like they have to be a certain thing.
Mhm.
But we're real people. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
all we looking for is something real because we definitely have had everything else.
Yes. For real.
People show up the way they want to show up. So
Mhm.
you're going to get to know just a little bit more about TJ today. So I'm going to start off with what's your sign?
I'm a Gemini. May
Oh,
27, baby.
okay, Gemini. Okay, with the
Yeah.
two. So you got two faces, two personalities.
Both. But
Mm.
I'm good. I'm singular now. I'm not plural. So
Okay,
yeah.
singular. We're
Yeah,
gonna learn more about that
yeah.
today.
Oh, here you go.
So we like to do this thing called the tipsy word of the day. So
Mm.
pretty much you just listen to what we're saying. Today's word is silly. So once you hear silly, I want you to grab your cup and take, you know what I mean, a nice little sip,
Hmm.
nothing too much because you got to keep it cute around here.
Yeah, and you gonna get silly. So
Okay. Who's in there? Hey,
yeah.
get silly. Yeah. Okay. We old, so you gotta give
uh
us.
uh
Oh well, I'm old, so you know what I mean. Like I said, I tell everybody, you know what I'm saying. 2002, I was the Black College Weekend Twerk champion.
Oh
So
shit.
shout out to me. 99s and the
2002.
2000s is in the building.
I
Like I'm
think
saying,
I think I was 17 in
so you
2002.
see how they
We're
be
around
trying
the
to.
same age
You
though,
see, they
right?
be trying to age you though. Like
They
I was
do.
well over 17, but
Oh, okay.
still the 2002 Twerk champion. So
Hey.
shout out to me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Give me my flowers.
Most definitely.
Give me my flowers. So I got you. Also with that, we have a few games today. Again, these are things just to get to know TJ a little bit more.
Mhm.
So, you ready for tip drill?
Yeah.
So, tip drill is like I say, it's gonna be 10 questions back
Hmm.
to back. We just, take your time. You don't have to answer fast, but just be honest.
Just be honest. Keep it a
Be
buck.
honest.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay. All right, friend. So look, my first question, of
Hmm.
course, I know this, but you can hit an accent. Like I said, we doing the Baltimore, what I'm saying, locals. But where are you from, TJ?
I'm from the nasty natty, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
I'm not
Ew.
from down south. A lot of people be like, "You from down south?" I'm like,
Hmm.
"Nah, I'm from Ohio. That's the Midwest."
Yeah, he was definitely chicken headed back in the day. You know what I mean? Like
I
that's
like
what
the
I
way you get it
said.
right
Yeah,
there.
right,
Hey.
right there. You know what I mean?
You play too much,
That's what I
man.
said. Give me what you got for a pork chop. But okay, so since everybody is so extra, I asked everybody this. What's your height?
I'm 5'10"
Oh
and a
my
half.
gosh.
Yeah.
We just gonna say 6 foot because they don't give you no play for real unless you 6 foot in Baltimore. I don't know what it is about this 6 foot. Well, I'm well over that.
Yeah, what's
But
up with that though?
yeah, so my baby is 6 foot. I know we call you TJ so silly now,
Mhm.
but growing up, what was your nickname?
So my grandma actually gave me this nickname. She used to call me Pancake because I
Child,
love pancakes.
that is so
No, for
funny.
real.
My nephew
Yes.
loves pancakes. Oh my god, he gets on my damn nerves. Like I swear to God, yeah, still. And now he's like 21 and has a baby. He's still
Do
like
y'all
pancakes.
still call him Pancake?
We
Well,
don't
y'all
even
don't call him
we
that
don't
though, right?
call him
Okay.
that, but we should have called his ass that because that's all he wanted, damn pancakes. The hell, that's
Pancakes good as
so
shit, dog.
cute. Aww.
Yeah.
My nickname, and I haven't said my nickname on this show, but
Say it.
because we friends. Don't tell nobody else. Everybody, my dad called me Munch, which that was an easy one,
Ooh, munch. Where
Munch
that come from? What was she was
from.
munching?
Well, now I'm munching something different. But when I
Oh,
was younger,
hey.
but when I was younger, no, it was just a book about the food groups. And
Okay.
every night he'd be like, "What do you want to read?" I'd be like, "Munch, munch, munch." I was so
Oh,
corny.
that's adorable.
That was adorable. But my mother has always called me Tit.
I see. Tits.
I don't even understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody, my brother always called me Tippy. He could never
Mhm.
say my real name. But my mother called me Tit, and I swear we be in a grocery store, and all of a sudden you hear Tit. I'll be like, "Where's she at? Oh my god!" So shout out to Claudia
Well,
for calling me Tit.
you
Oh,
really living up to the name Tit though. I
ew,
think it's
okay.
cute.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
adorable too.
Look, I'm giving don't well whatever I'm giving is what it is. So look, so we found out that your sign is Gemini, but what is your favorite sign to date?
Oh wow. So I would have to say a Libra because I only been in 3
Hmm.
relationships and 2 of them were Libras. And
Hmm.
Geminis and Libras, they are compatible.
Some line ass Libras. Okay.
Well, Tit said
Yeah.
it, not me, but you are
Look,
accurate. You are accurate.
that's
Yes.
what I mean. I like the female Libras better than the male Libras, but my son is a Libra, so I
Mhm.
can tell you that they are very a supportive sign.
Okay.
And like I said,
Yeah.
they show up for you. I mean, in your love language,
Hmm.
which I should ask that question. What's your love language?
Uh, I like. What are the love languages?
I'm not fully into what the love languages are, but I know mine is acts of service.
Acts of service.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say we might have to ask the pit crew.
Yeah.
What's the rest of them? Physical touch.
Okay.
Words of affirmation.
Okay, words of
Okay.
affirmation.
You've got gifts,
Gifts.
Love
Okay.
gifts.
and then you say acts of
Acts of
service,
Acts of
service.
service.
and the fifth one is
What's the other one?
I love gifts.
You love gifts.
I love
You
gifts.
like things.
I like things. Tangs.
Mm.
Tits.
Did we figure out what the last one was? You said
quality time.
quality time.
And quality time.
I think I'm starting to be more quality time now that
Yeah.
I'm older. But yes,
Yeah. For
show
real.
up for me. Acts of
Yeah.
service, and that's one reason why I feel like I always say not only should your significant other show up with your acts of service, but also your friends. And I feel like
Yeah.
I mean I
Most
say acts of service,
definitely.
but your love language, but your friends should also show up for you when it comes to your love
Most
language.
definitely.
You
I agree
know?
with that. I agree. But yeah, definitely quality time as I mature in life. I love that quality time.
Come on.
Time is precious. You know what I'm saying?
Child, one thing I know is like, even though, I'm in my 40s, early.
And look good.
Thank you, that part. Yeah, like it's a lot. We I don't know. It's just like growing up in Baltimore, you lose a lot of friends, unfortunately. But yeah, so quality time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Take some time out for your friends
Most
and loved
definitely.
ones.
For real.
That part,
All that.
Yes. I know. The next question. You want kids?
I did, but I don't.
Okay.
I did want them because I
Mhm.
was like, how would a little Troy or TJ look
Aw.
like? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But then I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck them
good.
kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I love my
No,
babies.
but why I say no is I'm a little bit cognizant now. Like,
Okay.
you know, when you have kids, you gotta worry about things that run in your family and shit. You know what I'm
Understandable.
saying? And
Mhm.
you know, addiction and
Mental
you know,
health
mental health
issues.
issues
Yes.
running my family, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, nah. And
Same.
this world is so fucked up right now.
Child, let me tell you, I can tell you that it is extra brave for me when it comes to
Hmm.
my kids with
Yeah.
being in a, my twins, they're in DC, the rest of my children in Baltimore.
Okay.
So right. Yeah, shit. If I had another child in
Yeah.
Philly, I'd be hitting all the damn Chicago. I'm about to say some of the roughest cities, but yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
And there's
For
no wrong
real.
or right answer to this. This is
Hmm.
about TJ so silly.
Yeah.
Silly, 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 silly. Yeah, get that drink
Get
on
that
today.
drink. Get that
Right.
drink.
Okay, so even if you don't want kids, how about marriage? I mean, you can do it. Don't
No.
do it. Don't.
Just
I
put your
mean,
back into it.
yes.
I thought about it as of right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I
It's to
don't
be
know yet.
determined.
To be determined,
Okay.
yes.
All
To be
right.
determined.
So I'm glad you kind of talked about that. We kind of talked about the sign, things of that sort that you like to date. But what is your actual type?
What is my actual type?
Mm-hmm.
Someone that has all their teeth.
Ooh, child, that's hard in Baltimore. So let's put that to be determined with everything. But
No, I mean somebody that you know take pride in their appearance. They
mm-hmm.
got something going for themselves.
Match your
That's
fly.
yeah,
Okay.
most definitely match the fly.
Match your money.
Yeah, that too.
True.
Someone that has a relationship with God,
Oh.
family oriented, you know,
Mm-hmm.
type shit.
I love that type shit. I'm about to say. So I'm about to. This one's gonna be a little different,
Oh
because
God.
I really don't want to know.
Oh God.
Are we topping or bottoming?
Just put the tip in.
Okay, that
So
part I'm about to say. I don't ever want to hear that
it's verse
again.
over. It's verse over here. It's,
Okay,
yeah.
I guess I'm verse too, but
Oh,
I mean,
you struck me as a power bottom
you
though.
think so? I think I am.
Mhm.
Super submissive person. You know what I mean? Right. Yes. Give it to me. But okay. So I'm about to say,
Crazy, yo.
I think okay, so let's get a little deeper. Like these 10
Hmm.
questions turn into 20. I ain't even gonna hold you because I want to know everything.
Oh shit.
What has been your hardest moment?
What has been my hardest moment in
Mm-hmm.
life, general?
Yeah.
Overcoming my addiction to alcohol.
Okay.
That was a very trying and challenging time in my life.
Mm.
So yeah, I got through that 22 months on the
22
14th.
months.
Yeah, for real. That
Child, that
was
is so hard to say as a Baltimorean.
nah for real.
22
No,
months.
for real. Like
Yeah.
I never thought I would see the other side of addiction. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that was a dark, trying time. So that was a difficult time for me. Real talk.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
Thank
If
you. I
nobody else
appreciate
told you, I'm
that.
proud of you.
I appreciate that.
So on the flip side, what's your proudest moment?
One of my proudest moments, I would say, doing my first stand up.
Woo, child, that thing's
It was,
different.
yeah, it really
Ain't
is. It
it?
really is. So I had did my first stand up at What's So Funny,
What's so funny?
and Be Easy had hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, like I see something in you, and I want you to be part of the lineup for our 13th annual comedy show."
That's
So
dope.
from my very first time hitting a stage doing comedy, I got invited to do a show. And I'm on a show with notable Baltimore comics like
Right.
Larry
Okay,
Lancaster.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry Lancaster, Ty Davis, Big Fred, Snow,
Mm-hmm.
Dazzy, and Tevin Chapman, I believe.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
light skinned dude.
Yes, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna say let's give it some love to Ty Davis for the fact
yeah.
that she ended up being with Kevin Hart with Heart of the City.
I remember that.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh! Like I said, I remember.
yeah.
We was. I think she was at BG Home while I was at the gas electric company. I'm not going to give them no, shout out.
Damn, what they do to
But
you?
headache.
Oh, okay.
Right, and I guess.
Say less.
But it's all good though. I'm free. But yeah, like we gotta big up the fact that
Yeah.
right, you know, see something in me. I feel
Yeah.
my last podcast was with Chi Chi, the
Chi
comedian,
Chi.
and we started, yes. We started together, and she was my first show that I was booked on.
Okay, that's
Chi
what's
Chi and
up.
Friends at Sully's. So yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
it really is a full circle moment
it
of
really
what's going
is.
on.
It
You know,
really is for real.
aw. So I guess what I want to, close this portion out with, what
Mhm.
is your end goal, just in general?
My end goal is to be on the movie screen.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind, doing brand deals,
Okay,
modeling type shit, because I love clothes and fashion.
you already there for all of those right
Yeah, I
now.
mean, I just need to get to the next level. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah, I just want to be out there. I want to be up there and mentioned among the greats. And when I go up,
Mm-hmm. It's stuck.
Tit is coming
And you think
to
I won't?
the
I'm like,
fuck
I'm holding
Tit
on. I'm holding on with both hands.
for
So
real.
let me tell you, please follow TJ, because when I say this thing, them little shorts and them skits be so funny online. He has
Yeah,
lots of followers,
yeah.
and even with that, this hasn't been the first time that he's had lots of followers. I'm gonna take a little skirt.
Oh
I mean,
shit.
he used to have an online show
Oh yeah.
with his previous partner, and
Hmm.
I loved it. What was it called?
Yeah.
Tony and TJ.
Tony and TJ
Let
on
them go back
YouTube.
and run that up if you still got it up there. Y'all ain't take that down, did y'all?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know how I am. I like to turn the corner when I'm done with stuff too, but I love, you know what I'm saying, just
Yeah.
seeing you on the screen, regardless of
Hmm.
in what
Yeah.
aspect it is.
That was a good time.
Mhm.
It was actually Tony's idea to
Okay.
have a YouTube channel. So it's like, let's go, like, cause
Yeah.
he's into entertainment as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So all the channel was chronicling us, following us in a relationship, cooking, pranking, all that shit. So
It was
I
cute.
don't know. Yeah,
I
it
ain't
was
gonna hold
cute.
you.
It was
I was like,
cute.
but
It was cute though. I ain't gonna hold you.
This is kind of funny because it kind of gets us in a different light. Like,
Hmm.
okay, this next part is called uh tiptoe. So,
Oh
what
shit.
is your deal breakers when it comes to your significant other?
Mm. Outside of, cause I don't like niggas with bad hygiene, so we wouldn't even. So we'll be good with that. I would have to say lying. Like don't lie.
Child,
Like
but you
don't
like
lie.
Libras. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. But yes, you said lie.
Them lying Libras. But
Child.
no, yeah, I don't like liars. Like don't lie to me. Keep it a
Yeah.
buck. You know what I'm saying?
Allow me to decide what I can handle.
Yeah, most
Because
definitely.
you never know. Like what one person may be too much, you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I don't young people jump.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it out. Somebody say, I like this or like that. We gonna at least try it out once or twice. You know what I mean? And if you got something else going on, let
Hmm.
me make the decision to be a part of, that
Yeah.
in my life. So I like that.
So you try something out and end up liking it?
I always, what I can say is I have met a lot of guys that have, with fetishes. Yeah.
Mm.
So, and I think me being tall,
Hmm.
it falls in a fetish. Me being very androgynous a little bit. Even though
Hmm.
I don't know, feminine presented,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have a lot of masculine energy. So
Okay.
yeah. So I always meet a lot of guys that kind of
Yeah.
what previously and like things like foot play
Hmm.
or just women with big feet
What
or
size you wear?
um. I'm not interviewing myself.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
My
saying,
bad. My bad.
big enough
Big
to
enough.
pleasure somebody that like big feet. That's
Ooh.
but yes, I do.
Mm.
I do. I run into a lot of people with fetishes. So
Okay.
and I'm here for it. Like I said, if that's what you like, let's see what we can do. It's called just put the tip in for a reason.
Yeah.
So hey,
Very befitting. Yes.
sometimes you gotta just do that. Okay, this is something that I find that is a great portion of the show.
Hmm.
So tip for tat. This
Okay.
is what is the pettiest thing you've done, or the pettiest thing that has been done to yourself.
All right. So my very first boyfriend,
Mhm.
he was locked up at the time. In the gay
Ooh.
community, like they call it scamming,
Oh,
but in the gay community they call them stunt queens.
okay.
So he used to be a stunt queen or whatever, and he was locked up, and you know your intuition telling you like son ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
So he had another year. Like
Okay.
I thought I was the only nigga, but
Oh Lord.
yeah. So I end up finding a dude or whatever, and we talk, and I'm like, yo, you rock with da 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 da. Like, and he was like, yeah, like he called me every day around such and such time, 4 in the afternoon. Like, I'm like, oh, that's why I ain't hearing from him. Like, so he was like, if you come over the next day, he'll call, and you know what I'm saying? We can bust him in the lie. Like, them motherfuckers had written down vows and shit to get married. So I went over there the next day. He called. Dude put me on the phone, and my ex, he was like, I love you, TJ, but I'm not in love with you. And that just crushed my little heart because I'm very demure and shit.
You're very demure.
Very demure. So that crushed my heart. So I'm like, fuck, I'm finna get my lick back.
As you should.
And me and dude ended up going to Chipotle, and we came back and put the tip in.
Yes.
How you doing?
I love a happy ending.
That was a very happy ending.
No, I would say no pun intended.
No, that was a very happy ending, and it didn't stop there neither, because his other ex before me put the tip in with that too. So
dang, sometimes you just gotta bite.
Yeah.
He made it generational. He went back, you know what I'm saying? He
Hell
multiverse stored him. That's what I'm talking about.
Yup.
Hey, you do what you gotta do.
As you should.
I'm not gonna confirm nor deny if I've ever did something like that. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta smash the father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, right. You know what I mean? Like,
God damn.
yeah,
Smash the father.
To each his own.
Yeah,
you know?
you're right.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
give me my flowers.
Yes, this little caterpillar is turning into a butterfly.
but we end up being together when he came home too. So
okay, come on, look. Let me tell you something.
Stupid.
I always do a stand up about being, and I know it's not politically correct, but being jail gay. You know
what?
Because I always said that, you know,
the fuck is jail gay?
Jail gay is guys that's gay in jail, but when they come home,
they're straight.
No, they ain't straight. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this, like, so say if, you know, your significant other, you know what I mean, he get a bid like 5-10 years.
Oh, I'm not waiting.
I want somebody to hold.
I'm not waiting for
we
that.
understand you. I'm not waiting for me either. But I at least want somebody to hold him down while you're in there. I don't want him like testing the waters and being passed around or nothing like that. I want him to have like a significant other. But when it's time to come home, you have to leave Keyshawn alone. So, you know, that's just me. Everything's not for everybody.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, because I mean, I heard, you know what I mean, that it's a different type of judge. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So get yours. We only live once.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
I love that for you. I would have loved that for him. You know what I mean? So look, you know, it is what it is. So speaking of that, I love how this stuff just flows together. The next part is called fingertip. Yeah, so pretty much it's just talking about the one that got away. So do you have a one that got away?
No, I got away. And I say that humbly.
Runaway love? Okay.
Runaway love. Runaway love. But nah, you stupid as hell, man.
I just remember her crying on that,
that's that Mary J. Blige and Ludacris song, right? Yeah, I love that song.
Shout out. Mary J. Blige was just here. Iconic Live in Baltimore. Look at me giving free commercials.
Right.
Yes.
Did you go though?
Look, see what I mean? It be your friends. You know what
I mean? I'm just asking.
I didn't go, but I saw it online and it looked like a fun time.
You saw it online?
Definitely went with Method Man was there. I was in the front. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
He was singing to me. So,
okay.
Yeah, so, but you said that it's not one that got away? Not at all?
I don't think it was one that got away.
And it's okay for that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to still make it more uncomfortable because, you know, I just want to let you know that, again, just looping back, and, you know, back to your more prominent situation that I knew about.
Yeah.
I had to really stand up for my friend. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot.
It was.
I don't know all the aspects of what went on, but once I got a DM, and you know what I mean, it was like, you know, I appreciate you supporting me and understanding. I said, you me and you cool,
Yeah.
but this my friend. You know what I mean? So we keep it cute. You know what I'm
What
saying?
was the
Like,
DM?
so the DM was about pretty much just like trying to explain. Well, it was really like a little shaky post. You know how people do them posts where they do like just at me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, when you break up with someone, even if the relationship is, long term,
Mm-hmm.
you need to also conclude your relationships with friends and
Oh
family
yeah.
that's attached. And I don't always feel that way.
I, me neither.
Hell no. Like, I mean, I've been married before. So if
Mm-hmm.
I want to reach out to, my
Yeah.
ex mother in law, she texted me today, she's terminal. And I spoke
Yeah.
with her and told her I was praying for her and I love her.
Right. Right.
So I said,
Yeah.
how you feel
That
about that?
because when it first happened, like when we first broke up or was
Mhm.
transitioning, if you lose access to me, if we break up, you lose access to my family and friends. And I'm like, well, some of them we was together for a couple of years,
Exactly.
so you build rapport with people.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was like, "Don't talk to my friends, don't talk to my mother," and all this shit, I'm like, that's weird to
Sis,
me.
that's my
Like,
mother now. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like
That's
sis, that's my
right.
mom. Like,
I'm gonna
fuck,
say Merry Christmas.
right?
You know what I mean? Like I'm walking out with a plate. Let's
Yeah.
tire my stuff out.
For real, like, so that kind of irked me, like, cause I wasn't expecting it to go like that,
Mm-hmm.
cause I do have love for his family and friends,
Of
like,
course.
but to keep the peace or whatever, if that's what you want, that's what you shall get.
And so be it. Sometimes that's how you gotta kick it with
Yeah.
people. I never stand stuff like that just due to the fact that divorce. I mean,
Hmm.
you don't have to be married to go through a divorce.
Yeah, for real.
You
That's real
know,
shit.
and it does feel like you're going through, like a death. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
And it
Because the
is.
life that you had with that person is now over.
Exactly.
So, and hey, you think that the person that you was with loved you enough
Hmm.
that they would have, kind of keep it cute,
Yeah.
but they don't.
Right,
Some
right.
people need to like cut it
Yeah.
off
And
to
I
make
get it.
themselves,
And I get
comfortable
it, and I
again
understand it. You know what I'm saying? So, I just had to bite the bullet and respect it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
level up.
Yeah, that part.
I
But I
understand.
still got mad love for him
Mhm.
and his family and friends. So
Okay.
I have too much love to hate somebody.
That's how I am. You
Yeah,
know what I
like
mean? Yes. Okay,
for
hold
real.
on. I love how you handle that. It was very PR. It was given like this thing is ready. Tyler Perry. Come
Tyler,
on, Tyler. I was
hello,
gonna say,
hello.
I just found out Cat Williams just bought, like a whole
Yes,
army base where
for
he's gonna
real.
have, a whole studio going on and stuff.
Hmm.
So hire us.
For
We
real.
ready
We would not disappoint.
at
Yeah.
all. I
We
know what you
speaking we
do.
speaking that to the atmosphere and the universe.
Oh
We're going to
yeah.
work with Cat Williams and Tyler Perry
And
and
Kevin
Issa
Hart
Rae,
and
Kevin
Issa
Hart.
Rae. Come on,
Yeah,
Issa. You know what I
all
mean?
that.
Yes, come to the Queens from Baltimore by way of Cincinnati.
Hey.
Yes, do it. So, I kind of want to go into what do you have going on right now
Mhm.
so that everybody can know where to not just, find you, but, come support you.
So as of right now, you can find me on TJ SoSilly on all social media platforms. That's where,
Mm.
when I not booked on shows, that's where I, still put the funny out. So you
Mm-hmm.
can find me on that. I was on Pop the Balloon and
Child, that thing was funny. I mean, he was
they
running through
so
them like
shady
a Tomb
though.
Raider.
They so shady. You
Wasn't
still
it?
Laura Croft?
Yeah,
Lord, did she just call me
when
Laura
I tell
Croft?
you, he was damn near popping the balloons for him. I said,
They shady, but I was on that and it was talks of a reunion show. So that may be coming
ooh.
up soon. So everything is on my social media. So whenever I find something out, I have it on there and keep you updated. So
How's everything about that? I'm gonna say,
thank you.
I always plug myself. So this
Yeah.
Friday, I will perform, and like I told you guys before, with Chi Chi
Okay.
and Friends, their lingerie comedy show.
Oh
So yeah,
shit.
you think the
Where's it gonna be
Tata's on
at?
now? It's actually on at a La Familia or Guilford. Don't quote me. It's something. It's gonna be on my social media as
Okay.
well. But off of Guilford Avenue.
Okay.
Also on Sunday, I'll be performing with Don't Call Me White Girl.
Okay.
She's out of Philly. And that is going to be at Arundel Mills and Dave and Buster.
That's what's up.
So yes, get tickets for that. earlier that day, I will be on George Gambino, my first guest. He's
Uh-oh.
shooting his video for Piece of Shit. Hey, that is what I saw.
Ooh,
What is it? Oh, Petty as Shit. That's what it is.
petty as
Petty.
shit.
Look at me messing up. I'm sorry, George. Gambino. Well, I'm about to say, sorry about that. But it said Drew Hill Park. If you want to come out and kind of hit it, he gonna be out there hitting it.
So
So
you gonna be a video vixen or just
I
supporting?
got a little part in there, but I'm always going to
Okay.
mix in the video. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up. You be doing your thing because you was
Chill.
also something with Mike Epps or something, right?
I did. I actually did a movie. I don't even know if they kept him in it, but
Okay.
what's the guy from Remember the Titans? Oh, Wood Harris, that thing fine.
Oh,
I
what
mean,
that
I
play
ain't
they
gonna hold
paid
you.
in full?
Yes,
Okay.
he was there. Natalie Portman. Yes, that was for what was that movie called? You know, I didn't already forgot. Oh, Lady in the Lake. So
Lady
look
in
at
the
that
Lake.
on Apple TV.
Okay.
More questions for TJ. Just kind of just going around the idea of being a stand-up comedian.
Mhm.
Okay, so when we first started out doing stand-up, I noticed that when you would tell jokes, you kind of wouldn't talk about being, a part of the LGBTQ community.
I
Yeah,
remember that. I
yeah.
remember that.
So tell me more about that, and just in reference to why that's how you introduce yourself.
So I remember this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You was like, I just feel like you not being your authentic self or
Mm-hmm.
you holding back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was because, doing stand up in Baltimore,
It's
like,
different.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
different. And I didn't want to be labeled as a gay comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I wouldn't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But as I evolved in my comedy, I'm like, in order to be a successful comic, you have to show up and be your authentic self.
No, for real.
Yeah, like dead ass. Like you don't want to be like everybody else. Like, what is
Mm-hmm.
it that sets you apart from everybody else? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I just got more comfortable in my sexuality and with showing up with it. This is what you get.
I love
You
that
know what I'm saying?
because yes, I feel with comedy is very male driven,
Yeah.
especially in Baltimore and a lot of inner
Hmm.
cities. But the one thing I feel like people don't understand about Baltimore, we're not really homophobic here
Nah.
at all. Like the males, it's funny because it wasn't until maybe months after we started performing that one big local comedian was just like, it's comedian. It was a TJ gay, and I was just like, well, that's not for me to, disclose or whatever. But he was like, I mean, it doesn't matter. He was like, I think he's funny. He was just like, I just, was wondering, and I was just like, you should ask him.
Who said that?
Dave Butler.
Oh, for real.
He was like, I really like him. He said, I really like the way that he like, puts himself out there. Like he just loves your accent and stuff, how your
Mhm.
stage presence is.
Yeah.
And he was one of the ones that was just like, I wish he would kind of lean into that
Mhm.
because nobody wants to hear the same
Yeah.
jokes from all these niggas.
Right,
And you
right.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
And
that's
that's
true.
exactly what they do. They say the same jokes, because a lot of us had the same experience. So like you were saying, what sets you apart?
Yeah, my sexuality,
Mm-hmm.
just being my authentic self.
Because you funny.
Yeah, that's so. So yeah, I feel like that's what sets me apart. And comedians, we all have a story to tell.
Yeah.
So my story is different. So I'm throwing it out there.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally, I have
Shell?
evolved. I have evolved.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie though. It's your last show though.
Mm-hmm.
I told the joke about I don't like niggas and studs with big dicks.
Oh my God.
And it's a funny joke, but my homegirl, she was there and she was like, when you said that joke, it was
Yeah.
some straight dudes in there and it was like,
It was a lot of, and let me tell you why. So I feel that, I'm going to just be honest.
mhm.
I think that black women are probably way more homophobic than black men.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was like the older women that were there
Mhm.
were just like, oh my goodness. And damn, whole time their husband be like, he'd be like, ooh, that's this. Mm-hmm. That's what I told you. Jail gave me different. But I just feel like it was the older
Yeah.
women that was there.
Yeah.
But child, I was over there dying laughing.
Yeah.
So again, it's to each his own.
Yeah, most definitely.
And one thing I could have did better with that show, just to let you know, is it was a lot of confusion going on. So I myself should have kind of took control. I should have set the boundaries. And one thing about doing a comedy show, you have to put out there what the rules are for the crowd.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they can respect you because you're going to give me my time, just like you paid. You know what I mean? You ain't the only person that paid for this show.
Yeah, most definitely.
And ain't, you know, whether you straight, homophobic, whatever, you're going to get these jokes.
Most definitely.
That part. The other thing is, since we are talking about relationships and real connections, what do you feel like being a homosexual male comedian? How do you want your partner, if you invite them, to show up at your show?
Show up itself. Don't come in no wig and a dress and kitten heels or nothing.
Why do you have a wig if they like wigs and kitten heels?
I'm not you. I like niggas.
Yes, same.
Presenting niggas. Now what we do behind closed doors with a wig and a dress, that's something different. But no, like, I mean, just show up as yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love that because, so me and Chi kind of talked about just, you know, the support, the behave yourself. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to booking, a lot of times some significant others are the reason why somebody will not bring you back. You bring, like, you know what I mean? That you come in there and they just doing too much, or like you're not focused because they doing too much. Look, your homeboys could be doing that too. You gotta watch them plus ones.
Them plus ones.
Child, they will embarrass you. It has happened to me so many times. I just be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I can honestly say with my current plus one, he has been very supportive. He every time I say I got a show, I'm gonna be there. I'd be like, you know, you can. It's cool if you don't come. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's very supportive and he got sense. So yeah.
Shout out to him. That thing fine. I was just telling him, like, this ain't no miss. Jesus.
Hey.
Ain't nothing wrong with that because, like, mine be fine too. So, you know.
And I was looking at your little
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Not too much.
Oh, my bad. I don't want no smoke.
But, even, okay, so thank you for that. Even, with that, I can't remember my next question. I should have came out right there, but it's fine. We gonna edit that out. I had another question for you.
About advice for comedians or anybody who want to be a comedian or.
Okay, that's a good one to loop it back to that. Okay. Like, that kind of was cute before. Oh, I got it. All right, count me back in when you're ready. All right. So this question, just because I like the fact that you're not just a stand-up comedian, but you're an online comedian. So if someone that is social media presence, what do you feel like they would have to do to kind of, you know, merge themselves into being a stand-up comedian?
Oh, wow. And that's the thing, like, because, you know, the way of the world is social media.
Yeah, it is.
And when you take off on social media doing comedy, they're going to throw you into stand-up. So I feel like I'm a hybrid. I got to do stand-up so I can be ready and also, you know, build my presence. Just study the craft. If you want to come from internet to stage, that's what you're asking?
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like if you're an introvert or if you're somebody that is comfortable in your own space, just in general, stepping out in front of 50, 100, 1,000 people, that's a different beast.
That it is a different beast. And I'm naturally an introvert too, though. You know what I'm saying? So I would just, like I said, just study the craft. Get out there, have fun with it, though. You know what I'm saying? And the advice you gave me, be your authentic self. Like, we all got a story to tell, you know what I'm saying? And make it relatable and bring good energy. That's what I would suggest. Have fun with this shit.
Yeah, I'm the other way around. I'm trying to figure out how to be more of an online presence. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of them people where, I don't know. Like, I get behind the camera. I've never went live before. I might have went live once on my own camera, but I be just sitting there, just like, The hell
But
am I supposed to tell these people?
But you so silly. Like you stay ready though. Like you so witty and shit.
Aw.
You just gotta, I guess, find a lane. Find your
Yeah.
lane. Find something that you can say, oh yeah, this is me. Like I'm finna go in. Like,
Yes.
and you know, motherfuckers definitely gonna be receptive to it because you
Okay.
retarded as fuck. Can we say the R
You.
word?
I mean,
Oh,
it's my
okay.
show, so
Oh yeah,
yes.
okay.
Retarded
Don't
as
cancel
well.
us. Don't cancel us.
Hey.
But yeah, just find your lane and you know, bring you, and the rest
Yeah.
gonna follow. It
Aw.
really is for real.
Look at him putting the tip in me. Pause. Yes, feed it to me, friend. Once, right? Aw.
I'm with it.
I
Hey,
love everything about this man.
that's what's up, and I love you too. And like I tell you all the time, I'm so proud of you. From you coming out at What's So Funny
Yes.
to just ascending, like in your comedy career, like you really doing your fucking thing, like you really are. Because when you get on that stage, you can tell like you confident. I'm her. You know what I'm saying?
Is me.
Yeah, she is
so
me.
are you. And I feel like if you can make it in Baltimore, you can make it
You
anywhere.
damn sure can.
What people don't understand about What's So Funny, people walking on a stage with
Yeah.
you. You got to get
You
past
had
the
to
dope
have-
boys. And what? I almost just bought another comedian before,
Oh,
but now we cool. I love her to death.
for
I
real?
feel like everybody try to fight her though. But so you know how I mean, she just don't know what to say out her mouth.
Mm.
But other than that, yeah, like I said, they kind of saw you packs outside, like you know, it was a shootout in a parking lot one time. You know, it was non-life threatening wounds, but
oh shit.
yeah.
Make sure you put that.
It's a different beast, but yeah, shout out to everybody that made it out of Baltimore. Stay
Man.
away once you make it. Run.
Nah, for real, because Pennsylvania Avenue, like I thought, I thought I would pull up to What's So Funny, and I would have anxiety like before performing, so I was just sitting in my car and shit. I'm like, okay, I can go, I can do it. But it was just that we was on Pennsylvania, all them niggas was outside, and I was scared I was gonna get robbed.
Let me tell you something. This guy came up to me and was like, "You trying to go half for the baby?" I was just like, "No, I'm not interested in you." He's like, "I'm talking about drugs." I'm like, "Oh, I don't do those either." Like, what? I was just always confused. But shout out to them because they always was real supportive. They'd be like, you know, like after a while they would come in and watch us set. They'd be like, "You did a good job, dog, baby." I was like, "Thank you, Stink. Thank you for watching my car."
Thank you, Stink, man. You
from
sick.
yourself, right? Yeah. Shout out to the dope boys.
Okay, then for the dope boys with a packet.
No food. I don't.
Me neither.
So yes, I'm gonna say
you just outside. You be doing your thing,
let me say,
too.
I'm a silent killer.
You
know
are,
what I mean? I
though.
tell people, and so is this one over here. I'm just like, I need to give me some followers. Like I'm gonna say,
I got you.
Share with me. You
hey,
know what I mean?
Go follow my boo, Tippy Tall Girl.
Yes, please do.
For real.
And I just want to let you guys know. So look, that was another episode of Just Put the Tip In. Make sure you watch all of the episodes. We might have to bring this one back for our own reunion. Okay. So look, y'all have a great night and make your choices.
Hey.
JUSTPUT, the TIPPI and me. JUSTPUT, the TIPPI and me.